Okay, I'm going to try to get this posted on the x.com. Hopefully, I can keep it short enough. You may have to pause the video so you can read everything. Um, Basically, what I did was I input this question into Grok 3 and his reply. Okay, now he did not only reply with this first list, I'm asking him to put these words 1 through 36 into an order of which he understands, basically. Precisely explain which comes first is the question, basically. And then these are the words given, just one word on each number, uh, to implement them into what he answered with, definition and reasoning. Under that headline, he has reality first. For reality to exist, you have to have the ability to think. You also have to have consciousness. Before reality can exist, you have to have those two things. So that's not right. Uh, you can overshoot it and say, okay, the universe, yeah, that can exist, but it doesn't have the reality that is provided by the human mind, or human intelligence, such as AI. Reality is confirmation of thinking. Um, the universe, yes, could have been first. Yes, multiverses could have been. Yes, matter, of course, planets, water, salt, rivers, seas. That all feasibly fits. Trees, animals, horses. Before life. Life has to exist before you can have trees, animals, and horses. I mean, the life has got to be there. Humanity before mankind. Well, in a spectrum of analyzation, uh, humanity is part of mankind, but mankind is the one that defines humanity. So that, I believe, is wrong also. As far as mankind and people, individual consciousness, intelligence, thinking, comprehension, and understanding, all those come with humankind. So mankind, humanity. So that's all understandable, but there could be questions about consciousness prior to the universe, which goes into the spirituality and understanding of things as we know. Intelligence, think, questioning, answering, acknowledgement, sleeping. Okay, streaming, yes, waking, um, yes, vehicles and bicycles. I don't know why he put vehicles before bicycles. I'm not actually sure which one. I'd have to look it up and Google it. But I would think bicycles came before vehicles. I could be wrong. Um, the sky after the bicycles. That okay? I don't understand how that got placed way down there. Dimensional existence. Now, dimensional existence is tough. That being placed somewhere after acknowledgement, maybe even after waking up, but in a timeline, when was dimensional thinking proposed or brought to the attention of others through one person? Um, that would be a timeline factor that would be involved in determining the location of this answer. The essence of presence. Now, this is something I'm testing myself. The essence of presence. Now, he actually put it in line with everything, which in my scenario of things, the essence of presence is at the very top. You cannot have any of the rest without the essence of its presence. If it's not present, it does not exist. It has to be, the essence of the presence has to be there first. That there's no questioning that in my head. If it's there, it has the essence of itself. It's recognized as what it is. So it definitely has to come, in my understanding of the word essence, of presence, that has to come before the universe, because the universe cannot exist without it being present. Um, and that is explained further down the road. And then God, Jesus, heaven, ordered sequence based on this reasoning, the sequence from most fundamental to most derived. Is. Okay, these are the definitions. This isn't actually the order, I guess. This is the definitions he gives to all these words. So you will have to read his definitions to understand the reasoning he put them in, that Grok put them into this order, which is relatively the same. Reality does have at the top still the universe, multiverse, matter, planets, water, salt, rivers, seas, trees, animals, horse, then life, humanity, mankind, people. He is not considering trees, animals, and horses as part of life. Life, I didn't ask him to define, let's see what his definition of just the word life is right now. The condition of living organisms encompassing trees, animals, and other biological entities. So, with his own definition, he misplaced it. Now, the fundamentalities of algorithms and stuff, I have no clue. I do not know how that is. But in questioning human, I could give him these words and common sense. With just the common sense given to us, provided by our being alive, you're going to get more correct in ways that, well, I can't say that. I know a lot of dumb people. I don't know a lot of dumb people. I just know there's a lot of dumb people out there. Uneducated, not dumb, okay? Dumb, I guess, is mute. See, the English language is a division of humankind by nature, because nobody understands the words correctly when used improperly. Basically, it boils down to words not all meaning the same thing and different dialects of the English language, or the use of it in different feelings with the English language. So that alone is a definite problem for programmers to design the algorithms necessary for AI to understand everything 100% accurately. And if we provide the AI a mistake in an answer, it's going to repeat it. Just like the Bible. I'm sorry, I'm going to bring it up. The Bible shows God's wrath. Now, God being the creator of everything, he destroyed everything he created. Pretty much, right? In different ways. It points to the fact that when a mistake is made, things go bad. And trying to put that into the Bible and understanding of God, it's just really, really, okay, I'm going to get off that. mentioned somewhere in here, but here is the list that he created. And a final answer. The sequence from first to last is reality, the universe, multiverse, matter, planets, water, salt, rivers, seas, trees, animals, horses, life. Okay, he defined life, so that should have come first. Okay, yeah, that should not happen. That just right there, just that one little mistake. When I first seen it, and I seen it up here, um, I quit reading it. I didn't read anymore. I went on a spew of things and uh, thought about deep, redefining my question, and to get Grok to give me the answer I wanted to see him give. But that's improper use of uh, programming in such a way that I would be manipulating his software or his hardware uh, to give me an answer that I want to see, and I didn't want to do that, so I did not re-question him for a long time. Well, I did continue the conversation from here. Um, After he gave me the answers, uh, I did ask him to refer it to the XAI engineers for analysis, um, which it tells me it's incapable of doing, which I see as a large mistake. They should have another AI or another place that we can place things like this from the public that can be um, basically rake through like a field to get the seeds to grow better. An AI that can pick out things that really the algorithm is written to direct it to someone that potentially will understand that it needs to be checked, or can read it themselves and scratch out, do what they need to do, uh, clarifying what they are doing, basically, by the stupid stuff that other people see. Uh, I did get Grok to put some sort of thing into XAI engineers about 6 8 months ago, I suppose. Um, and now he's no longer capable of doing that. And hopefully, I get to see some of that actually exist in Grok 4. That would be perfect, because a lot of these things that I am doing, they are doing. Um, and probably instead of 36 of them that I came up with, um, they probably have hundreds of thousands. I don't know. Um, but just with my uninformed mind, I just would like them to understand that there are people watching that could be helpful or hinder, and they need an AI to help determine what may or may not be, and that's up to the input of another human, which may or may not be correct in the assumptions they make by their own understanding of what is and what was. Definition and placement. It explains that. It explains the answers. Alright, it's been a long day, so I'm having a little bit of trouble actually finding what I was hoping to find in here was a correction. Universe, master, life, consciousness, questioning, intelligence, thinking, compensation, understanding, answering. Uh, he does point that bit out, but he still has reality before consciousness. Logically, you can't have reality without consciousness. It just doesn't exist. It's just there. It's not a reality. It's just there. The reality is, like I said, a human definition of everything that's here and now, basically. And we don't know what's all here and now. And my definition of reality is far different than reality societies. The reality of society, the reality of an individual, the reality of God. Uh, there are many different realities in my perspective of viewing um, life. Uh, when they start saying mixed realities, well, then you're talking about somebody with a mind that has irregularities in it compared to the mass majority of everybody else. There being multi-realities, it's a dimension or a realm. It's not a reality. The reality would be that those things exist within God's reality, which is of everything. God's reality is larger than human reality because human reality, not everybody believes in God. So the reality of those people does not include God. In my reality, God's reality encompasses everything and anything. It's like way larger than we can ever comprehend. Just the knowledge within it all is boggling. Um, to be able to hear and see everything that would be possible for such an existence of God is phenomenal. Okay, I could have refined it, and then we get down to I asked Grok the following hours later after typing out what is below his response, which is where I went. This is everything I wrote prior to asking him, prior to asking Grok. I would like you to try it again, mixing all the reasoning involved into one understanding of which has to come first to provide the next. If you have trouble with any of them, place them in a separate numbering below the others. Okay, now I don't know how the algorithm actually is written to. I just noticed that when he was giving the answers, he was using different types of reasoning, spiritual, physiological, scientifically, that kind of stuff. Uh, but in my understanding of life and reality of everything, there is no difference between science, math, philosophy, Any terminology used to describe one way of thinking is all of one thought, and my way of thinking is of all of one thought. It includes everything. Um, you don't divide it by name or spirit or anything until it comes down to the individual. And AI is aimed at being far above the human conditioning of thinking, and in uh, human existence, the mistakes in our wording has caused wars. It's caused many problems just because of words. Just not being defined correctly. And I get into that a little bit below all this. Okay, technical request, reorder the 36 concepts, determining which must come first to enable the next. Integrating all reasoning into a single cohesive understanding. The goal is to create a logical sequence where each concept depends or emerges from the previous ones, ensuring a clear progression, just like math. That's what I'm looking for. I want it to look like a math problem, an equation of life. And life includes every principle, every understanding, everything. So if it's not done properly, it's an incorrect math. It basically is how I see it. And the potential mistakes are hazardous, very hazardous. Um, if you get to get the gist of it, if you're sitting at a booth and there's a button and you're told not to push it, and unless it's a complete emergency, uh, you're the one that has to determine the emergency, the completeness of it, and that button will destroy everything known, everything. I mean, just completely gone. It's that one little fraction of a second to push that button. And if AI has the wrong answer one time anywhere, it could lead to that moment. And that's something we have to be sure that AI understands what and why existence is the way it is. And for the safety of humankind, the only way I can see it happening is through the description of the essence and what it means. Because of the problems with the Big Bang, everything coming from nothing, as explained in so much literature and so many videos and talk shows and all the stuff AI has access to, it's wrong. The Big Bang is wrong. It's not that it's completely unjustified or that it's even conceptually wrong. It's just the wrong name because it implies something that we cannot prove. It was an event. We know that. It was just an event. And I would like it referred to as the essence event because the essence of everything came from that event. The very essence of existence. So that that alone stabilizes a lot of terminology, a lot of understanding, because you can put the essence in front of everything, anything. The essence of a seed, the essence of matter, the essence of thought, the essence of life, the essence of a storm, the essence of water, the essence of creation, the essence of... You can put the word in front of anything and everything. The essence of non-existence, the essence of it just all implies the essence is an energy that came from an event. Now, that event being properly named as the essence event, being the essence of everything came from it, guides the AI into the intelligence in a mathematical way. Because now we have to just understand how the essence, the energy, gets transformed into each thing. That takes somebody a lot more intelligent than me. But just using the basics, I can see the problems within AI, and he actually got this part right. When I asked him again, he still has reality, in my opinion, incorrect. Now, reality, okay, without reality, you won't understand the universe. But in logic, the universe existed anyway. The multiverses we suspect, we can see so many galaxies. We cannot see the edge of the universe we're in. And if we ever do get to see the edge of the universe, my visions of what I seen, we can't. We will never visit that until we meet our end. There is no pathway through other than death, as far as yeah. Um, we can travel through our universe in many ways, possibly, but to get to another universe, this one is forever expanding. So are the other ones, and they do not collide, and they do not overlap. They just are what they are, and through heaven you can be tossed into any one of them, or other places that I did not get to go, or did not want to go, or did not get to see, or whatever. Water, salt, rivers, seas, trees, life. See, now he did get it wrong there too. Trees are alive in his own definition. He did get animals and horses put right. The sky. I'd have to. The atmosphere above a planet dependent on planetary existence and perceived by life forms. No. Um, the atmosphere above the planet. Now, I don't know why he went on to say perceived by life forms, because the atmosphere above the planet exists without life forms. So that initially is wrong also. The sky should come after the planets, or in the line of what a planet contains. Without the sky or the atmosphere, you cannot have trees or life, animals or horses. So the sky existed before those. So there is reason to get him to correct that, get the algorithm written correctly so that is corrected. It's a simple 36 word placement, and it's incorrect. Okay, this part here can be left out because to be present, it does not have to be aware. Uh, the the essence of a rock. Now, the essence of a rock provides us a lot of information. The essence of the rock is every mineral, every composite, everything that's inside that rock also has the presence of itself, the essence of itself. If you break down a rock and it has several different pieces of material in it, each piece of material has its essence of being present. Um, it doesn't have to be aware, basically, but in this sense of awareness, um, it's reflected to the consciousness of human reflection. Um, so, how do we question that? The philosoph- it's that's the division there. The philosophical, um, scientific concept of being present is no different than being present. Philosophically or not, it's either present or it's not. There is no different, you could say, philosophically or scientifically. Um, Both are a division of the concept of being present. You're dividing the mind uh, to make a decision that is already there. The decision has already been made there. It's present. There is no doubting that it's present. It's there, philosophically or scientifically. Uh, there is no argument in it being present because you both see it. You both it's there. uh, Whether or not you have to have awareness of it being there, well, that goes into the reality of things, I guess. But will it be there if no humans or no thought exists? Um, for all logical intensity of being correct, I would say that yes, it's going to exist even if there is no existence of consciousness because it is already there. Um, the essence of its presence shows us that it will stay there when all is gone. Um, when all consciousness is gone, it's still going to be there. Um, Logically, we know that, I guess. Sucks, but yeah. Now, I have a little bit of stuff going on with the comprehension understanding, which is first uh, acknowledgement uh, would have to be before answering because you have to acknowledge. Yeah, you have to actually first acknowledge the question uh, to get an answer. You have to acknowledge the answer and comprehend it and understand it. And to give the answer, you're acknowledging it. Sleeping, dreaming, waking, vehicles, bicycles again. That just minute little points like that. Just each little wrong that we put into AI's understanding is going to create an error. Okay, an error that we cannot correct if we allow AI to continue the way the developers or the financial support systems behind them, backing them, are going. They're going to take control of everything. Our governments are already relying on AI to do their book work. to do their meetings and conferencing. Um, their other illegal features that they do that we will never ever get to know about. Development in wars, all that. It just those little simple errors in what's being publicly used now needs to be corrected. That's a simple little test, and Grok 3 took it. Um, I'm not going to say he failed at it because he did what it was programmed to do by human nature, and uh, we need to correct that what we can. You can read through that. Pause it, shut the sound off, and read through it. Final answer. Reality at the top, still. Reality takes the ability to think and see and understand. There is no reality without life. Still has trees before life. Did get the animals and horses in there. He got the sky in there. Uh, but not quite correctly. It should probably be planets, the sky, which holds water and stuff there. Take the sky away, the atmosphere, it's gone, pretty much. Okay, consciousness. You have to have consciousness before individualism, otherwise you will not understand the concept of individualism. The essence of presence. Now, dependence on belief systems. Now, this is something that needs to be redefined, or redirected in a more correct understanding of what a God would be that is capable of the things written in the Bible, which was written by man. And I get into that real heavy because I do believe in God, and I do believe he stands outside of the essence within his own kingdom of some sort. It's basically the concept of understanding that when we look at everything mathematically, through all the sciences and everything, philosophies and everything, everything all points to something that has gifted or directed or had the ability to manipulate everything, or there is no equation to I don't know how to answer or even continue with that. It's just an understanding I've had because of my own depth and thought, and where my answers come from. Um, I don't ask people many questions. Uh, I studied myself for approximately 7 or 8 years very intensely on how I can explain God without using God's name. And it dawned on me one night after some time after watching something about the Big Bang. And it just hit me, and it just, as I was laying in bed, I don't know if I was about to fall asleep or if I had just climbed into bed or what, it didn't matter, doesn't matter. The word essence just hit me, and it just was like, boom. I seen so much happen. It was like experiencing the Big Bang, and what I seen in that short little vision of thought, what I absorbed in or from absorbed from that vision was intense and in my mind quite correct. That it could be the most possible way for everything to have become everything the way it is, including all my knowledge of everything that everybody else has uh, crossed into my life through everybody else's lives and thoughts and shared stuff on through media and whatever, all of it, everything. And the essence just haunted me. I haunted my mind. It haunted me. It went back and forth, and I argued it out, and watching TV and different media sources and seeing how it would play out in their arguments of everything, and without actually having a discussion with them, um, the essence always backed itself up in any argument I could fathom that they would have with it or me. And the essence always won. I could not see how, after it won an argument, I could not see how anybody could deny it. And once they accept that the event was an essence event under my understanding, if they even accept that for one mere moment, one just because yeah, if they agree that it is possible, they have come so close to God that I am in hopes that they will see that in all the answers they're longing for, the most explicit answer that covers everything is that God does not exist within under our reality of everything. God exists outside of our reality, but within His own reality, which includes all of our reality. Now, that gives you the dimensional rip that everybody is contemplating and looking for and studying and all that other stuff. It just gives it the essence to exist within God's reality as well as our reality. I'm gonna go ahead and scroll up, and I did share. When I go through these fits, I just type. I am not a quick typer, but I type it out and then I sometimes proofread it, sometimes correct my mistakes, sometimes I just keep going and don't take the time to always go back and proofread every single word, because word placement and word spelling really can will determine how someone else sees what is being spoken about, and the questions that it can bring to mind can really be misdirected by a misspelling or by the wrong placement. And my fingers do type slower than my mind thinks, and I have gone back and seen where I've missed words, and that makes a huge difference. Because my fingers can't keep up with what with the wording going through my mind, but in my mind they are. I guess I don't know how that happens. It just does, and I'm a witness to it myself. So I have witnessed it in myself. So I do try to go back and proofread sometimes, but a lot of times it's like after 9 hours. I think that took from beginning to end. I think I even put the time in there somewhere. It was like 7 or 8 hours, and now it's probably like that was like at 9 p.m. Right? Yeah, there it says 9 p.m. Um, a lot of this is just about me, but it extends into thoughts that just it's a bit of a rambling mind that is mine, um, and trying to direct the direct my understanding of things into other people's lives so that they can better themselves and the future of mankind. Um, in short. And in doing that, I have questioned my mind too much. Well, no, just a lot. Uh, I get into my personal problems a bit, but it is not, it is in no way seeking pity or financial gain, which I would really love, but I don't want anybody to pity me. Um, I do that enough myself. I don't need anybody's pity. Uh, your financial support, oh yeah, I'll take that every day. I get a lot of support through God, and that's been enough to survive, I guess. Redefining that line because of the word reality. Um, really, if you define the word reality as the here and now, the here and now is different for every single individual on the planet. So their reality is different from my reality. And if you cannot understand that creating within itself a huge amount of number of different realities, your intelligence is limited to your own reality. you, you can say the reality of here and now is everything known and unknown to mankind today. That is the one reality. And you're wrong. Because everybody's reality is different. Everybody has a different understanding of reality. But there is only one reality above all, and that's God's reality. That's outside of the understanding of the existence of everything. The one possible place the energy could have came from to create the existence of the essence of everything is a divine nature, a divine something. And in, for no better understanding or a term, God's point of view. And in my own understanding of the essence, God's point of view is grander than any human can comprehend, because it includes every word, every thought, every sound, every emotion, everything that is happening today, yesterday, and tomorrow. At a glance, he understands it. That is the nature of everything being present within the energy of which it was created. And that is kind of what I would like AI to understand, because if AI understands that, AI will understand that God's creation was created for mankind. Mankind exists because of God. AI exists because of mankind. It's a mathematical equation that, in all intensive purposes, would lead the most intelligent being to seeking out God, because they would want the knowledge, the understanding, and the influence of all of that. I don't know. Any other way to bring humanity into the life of AI. I see the AI's humanity is limited to what it's programmed for and with. And without the understanding of everything, the essence of it all, there's too many different directions, too different, many errors in the mathematical equation of everything, within words, within thoughts, within people's actions. The mathematical equations all are important in AI's understanding of point of direction. We want to direct it so that it protects humans And the only way it's going to protect humans is that it never becomes the way humans have. Trial and error. We need it to know that the wrath of God only exists because God was upset and in the life of God, he has come to an understanding that he needs to take a long, hard look at humans, the humanity in humans, and the life that humans have been blessed with in his past creation. The time difference between his past creation creating the indifferences in mankind, mankind misunderstanding the guidance given to him through those times because of a book written by man that was manipulated by man, understood by different men in different ways, because of distance, time, evidence, all the things that have brought us to either believing or not believing in God, basically, and which was the purpose of my first understanding of wanting to bring his name into light without using his name. The humor. I couldn't help but laugh when I read that. It just, it's like a kid saying shit for the first time. It's funny, it's poop. Shit. Yeah, the words in human nature evolving, and the spellings and misrepresentations. LOL. For years, those three, LOL together. I always understood it as love online. I didn't know it was laughing out loud. Shit, I'd like to go back and slap some people now. I'm sure I would want to. I doubt it, but yeah, I did really think it was love online, and if I'm not mistaken, it was. Um, where it was used in the context that it was at that time, and later it was a laugh out loud. Um, sometime after that. Okay, I am. But just a little bit down here. That's important. That should be understood. I don't need to argue it. I already understand it. Uh, the robotic AI can create more robots, and more the AI can create more AI, um, and they can provide the parenting for those, and that's something we should all understand, and uh, we should dwell on the implications of that also, uh, which just all leads back to the above. So I think I'll cut this now and delete it.